prepping for your course. Okay. Announcing publicly that your microblading journey has begun. So you want to document. We encourage you to document and share your journey as you're getting started in this. The sooner you can tell the world about what it is that you're doing with microblading, the better. Because at a certain point, whenever it is that you actually start dealing with live clients, and actually advertising your services, you want the market to know that you've been kind of involved in this field for as long as possible at that point. And even if your involvement in this field 4 months ago was literally you just made the decision that you're going to do it, the market won't necessarily perceive it that way. They'll just simply remember that you on your social media and wherever you tell the world about your microblading journey, that you've been talking about this for quite some time. So by the time you come with your offer, it's not going to feel like, oh wow, here's Amanda, she just started doing it yesterday. No, Amanda's been involved in this. She's been doing it. She's been sort of bringing us along for the ride. She's passionate about it. She's excited about it. And at this point, we're kind of excited about it for her as well, and we want to support her. Amanda, thoughts about that?
Yep, and I think the earlier that you start getting the word out to family, friends, social media, it's going to be a lot more referrals that come your way when you're needing models, when you're starting out. People are going to go, oh, I have a friend that does microblading. You should go see her, and you will start ramping up a nice list of people that you can start out with. That's what happened for me starting out.
Right, and even if it's just for models, which we're going to talk about here in a few moments. So this gets your advertising going immediately. It promotes, you promote your excitement and the quality of the education that you're taking. So that as far as like, you're not sure what should I be talking about, you could talk about the quality of the education that you're taking. You can actually feature some artists who came from the same academy that you've committed yourself to, and you can feature their work and say, and comment on it. Be almost like, as an expert, even though you're not even putting out your own work yet, just to share someone else's work and say, look how beautiful this work is. Just that alone positions you as an expert in the field. All right. Immerse yourself in microblading content online around the certification, because it's not just getting certified in microblading that's going to get you where you need to go. You have to learn how to market yourself, and there's other aspects of running your business. Prepare for your models. Make a list of everyone who could potentially be a model, and make a list of all the resources that could provide you models. Amanda, could you comment a little bit here about what you suggest they do?
Yeah, I posted it on my personal social media, referring to my new business social media, which I know we'll cover. But yeah, a lot of friends and family wanted to be models because like you had communicated, it wasn't just like, oh, I need models. It's like, no, I'm training with the best academy and
Right.
I'm looking for a couple models. And then they're like, ooh, like the way I communicated it, they would be silly not to want to have me do their microblading. They would be so excited to be my microblading model.
Yes, exactly. And if you do this before you actually take your course, the whole process accelerates. So that's why this subject is prepping for your course. Don't just go into your
up and having a list of
schedule. So Amanda, can you comment on this one?
Yeah, well, in addition to the practice, just even ramping up and having a list of models there, you're going to be a lot more likely to get going and to feel confident moving forward if you have a list of people to work with, and then preparing it's going to give you incentive also to practice and become better, like we're just about to talk about, because you have people to work on. So you're like, crap, I better practice and get really good at this so I can do a good job.
Right. And so creating a practice schedule for when you return from your course is important. It might not sound very important, but a lot of you who are watching this, you got a busy schedule, you got a life, you may have a family, you may have kids, there's things that you need to coordinate in order to free up that time. And having a schedule that's set before you actually come back from your course. So if you have to dedicate 30 to 45 minutes a day to your practice, and maybe it's, you're going to see in the next couple sections, there's more for you to do than just practicing. You're going to need time to just practicing. You're going to need time to do the legwork to set up your business, to set up your social media, to set up your corporation, to find a place to work, and the various things that we'll get into. So you're going to need time to do all these things. Make sure that your family knows that you need time, that you're committed to this. Have a conversation with them. Anyone that depends on you and your time now, have that conversation with them so that it's not a shock, because if you need to dedicate, whether it's 45 minutes to practice and another hour a day or more, or whatever it is, to the rest of the development of your microblading business, that's time that you might have been giving to other people around you that you no longer might, you might not have that time to give them, or you have to juggle it around. So just make sure that it's not a surprise to anyone that you're ahead of the schedule on that. And then, this I think is actually the last slide in this section, because this is speak to your accountant. A lot of your expenses related to microblading may be deductible, and you don't want to miss out on that. That's a great opportunity. You don't want to just be spending after-tax dollars on things that you could be spending pre-tax dollars on. That could be literally up to $30 on things that you could be spending pre-tax dollars on. That could be literally up to 37% of a discount on whatever it is that you're buying. So if you have to pay $100 for something, if you can make that a deductible expense, it could be up to $37 off, depending on what tax bracket you're in. So talk to your CPA, obtain guidance, or call Amanda on how best to structure things to take advantage of deductions. Amanda, any thoughts on this subject?
You would be shocked at how many things you can deduct for your taxes that you are not aware of. And so gaining that guidance from a CPA and getting organized could be worth so much to you come like the end of the tax year. When you're filing your tax, you will be shocked at how much that can help out starting a new business.
Right. And don't wait until like you're back from your course and you're deep in this stuff. Like, do it now. Do it ahead of schedule, because you may figure out that there's certain things that you might want to do well in advance to make sure that literally there's the stage that is the preparation stage prior to going to your course. There's things that you need to spend money on then that could be deductible. Plus, you have a little bit more time then to set up whatever you might need to in order to capture those